Did I skip that part? Ferrofluid has a very strange behavior. It's a liquid that is completely black, it's got an oily consistency, and it's got tiny little particles of metal in it, which makes it magnetic. So if I now put this liquid into a magnetic field, it would change its appearance. Now I've got a live demonstration over here to show this to you. So I've got a camera pointing down at this plate, and underneath that plate there is a magnet. And now I'm going to add some of that ferrofluid to that magnet. Let's just slightly move it to the right. Now maybe focus it a little bit more. Excellent. So what you can see now is that the ferrofluid has formed spikes, and this is due to the attraction and repulsion of the individual particles inside the liquid. Now this looks already quite interesting, but let me now add some watercolors to it. Those are just standard watercolors that you would paint with. You wouldn't paint with syringes, but it works just the same. So what happened now is, when the watercolor was flowing into the structure, the watercolor do not mix with the ferrofluid. That's because the ferrofluid itself is hydrophobic. That means it doesn't mix with the water. And at the same time, it tries to maintain its position above the magnet, and therefore it creates those amazing looking structures of channels and tiny little ponds of colorful water paint. So that was the second project. Let me now turn to the last project, which involves the national beverage of Scotland. This image, and also this one, were made using whiskey. Now you might ask yourself, how did he do that? Did he drink half a bottle of whiskey and then draw the hallucination he got from being drunk onto paper? I can assure you I was fully conscious while I was taking those pictures. Now, whiskey contains 40% of alcohol, and alcohol has got some very interesting properties. Maybe you have experienced some of that properties before, but I'm talking about the physical properties, not the other ones. So when I open the bottle, the alcohol molecules would spread in the air, and that's because alcohol is a very volatile substance. And at the same time, alcohol is highly flammable. And it was with those two properties that I was able to create the images that you're seeing right now. Let me demonstrate this over here. And what I have here is an empty glass vessel. It's got nothing in it. And now I'm going to fill it with oxygen and whiskey. That's more. Now we just wait for a few seconds for the molecules to spread inside the bottle. And now let's set that on fire. So that's all that happens, goes really fast, and it's not that impressive. I could do it again to show it one more time, but some would argue that this is a complete waste of the whiskey and that I should rather drink it. But let me show you a slow motion in a completely darkened room of what I just showed you on this live demonstration. So what happened is that the flame would travel through the glass vessel from top to bottom, burning the mix of the air molecules and the alcohol. So the images that you saw at the beginning, they are actually a flame stopped in time while it is traveling through the bottle. And you have to imagine it was flipped around 180 degrees. So that's how those images were made. Thank you. So, I have now showed you 3 projects, and you might ask yourself, what is it good for? What's the idea behind it? Is it just a waste of whiskey? Is it just some strange materials? Those 3 projects, they're based on very simple scientific phenomena, such as magnetism, the sound waves, or over here, the physical properties of a substance. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to use these phenomena and show them in a poetic and unseen way, and therefore invite the viewer to pause for a moment and think about all the beauty that is constantly surrounding us. Thank you very much.